Okay, so everything is clamped and gluing up and should be pretty much dry and ready to go. In the meantime, I modeled up a little template for the headpiece. I didn't want to originally do the traditional look of a classical guitar, and so I started playing around with some ideas and nothing really looked good. The best idea that I had was to put a little heart on the top of the headpiece, and it ended up looking like a butt. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the original classic guitar, and maybe on guitar number 2 we'll go a little bit crazy. So the classical piece is what we're starting with. Now that the final shape of the headpiece is finished, we can cut the slots and drill the holes for the tuning machines. I made a template out of MDF so I could accurately route the slots as well as locate the tuning machine holes. Now that the neck is mostly roughed out, we're going to move on and start forming the sides. These two pieces of East Indian rosewood will become the sides of the guitar. This is the part that I've been most looking forward to because it has to do with forming them, and I'm looking forward to that. But first we've got to get them down to the right length and the right width, so that's what we're going to do. Now that we have the side pieces milled to the proper width, we're going to deviate a little bit from this actual guitar and build a jig that will be in the shape of the guitar body, and that way we can easily put the guitar together when we get to that point. And it's just something I kept putting off, and now I don't really have an option, so that's what we're going to do next. Now that the jig body is roughed out, we can cut a notch to fit the heel block, trim down the sides, and add the 2 bolts that will hold the top and bottom of the jig together. Now that the jig is finished, I carefully line the inside wall with a piece of masking tape. This tape will be my template for locating the center of the waist in relation to the sides. After careful consideration, I decided to try my hand at building my own bending iron. Originally, I'd found some video of the propane torch and the aluminum tube method, but frankly, this method made me a bit nervous. After scouring the internet, I came upon a discussion thread in one of the guitar building forums about a light bulb-based bending iron. After doing some research, it seemed possible to build this type of bending iron for about $20. The bending iron is simple, easy to make, and easy to use. At the heart of the bending iron is the source of the heat, which is a 200-watt light bulb. I was unable to find this bulb at my local home center, but was able to find one online for about $1.55 plus shipping. The bulb is placed inside a 6-inch long, 3-inch outer diameter piece of aluminum round tubing with a 1/4-inch wall thickness. My tube originally had a 3/16 inch wall, but the bulb just barely fit, so I had to turn the ID of the tube ever so slightly. The bulb screws into a porcelain base, which you can't see in the photo. Attached to the bulb is a 1000-watt dimmer switch. I sacrificed an old extension cord to hook up the bulb base and mounted everything in a little MDF jig. I must say that I'm very pleased with the results. Now, on to the bending. I found that at about half power, the bulb heats the aluminum tube up to the proper temperature, which is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit for this type of wood. That being said, I could have probably gotten away with using a standard 100-watt bulb, but I stuck with the 200-watt just in case the tube started to cool as I worked the sides. up and should be pretty much dry and ready to go. In the meantime, I modeled up a little template for the headpiece. I didn't want to originally do the traditional look of a classical guitar, and so I started playing around with some ideas and nothing really looked good. The best idea that I had was okay, so everything is put a little heart on top of the headpiece, and it ended up looking like a butt. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the original classic guitar, and maybe on guitar number 2 we'll go a little bit crazy. So the classical piece is what we're stuck with.